Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more triangle strategy, and we are going to meet the Holy One because we found a salt rock, which makes us a danger to Zant. So they're going to have to side with us, and that means that we are going to have allies in order to take back Glenbrook. Boom. Exciting stuff. Okay, the Hierophant's Palace. Serenoa uses the discovery of the salt crystal to gain an audience with the hierophant.
We granted you an audience because of Minister Exham's petition, but I did not expect you to show us this. A crystal made of salt. How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the doctrine here in our blessed land. Or it would, were it real. Have you any proof that this was not created by magic or technology?
Well,
with all due respect, Minister, I have a question for you in return. What do you think of Asfrost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with Zant?
I think it nothing more than a threat. Neither would last very long without our salt.
Benedict may have already figured out that
Gustadolph
the mine
is
has salt
no
in it.
fool. Such an edict would not come without proper countermeasures in place. Countermeasures such as another source of salt, for example. Having their own salt would make Zant redundant at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire straits without the salt tax's revenue.
What is it you want from us?
Your full support.
lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Asfrost, and Zant's ties to all nations will remain intact.
You mean to start a war. The kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your homeland. You understand this, yes?
We do.
Even so, my people do not wish for war. We must try to resolve this peacefully first.
Do you think Gustadolph can be reasoned with? Need I remind you that it was he who invaded Glenbrook? He is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Be that as it may, neither my people nor soldiers will accept it as a reason to go to war.
Then I shall give you one. For I am the second son of King Regna. Roland Glenbrook.
You live.
There is no mistaking that face.
Huh. So the prince lives to slay his kingdom's invader. We could not ask for a better reason.
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be me.
They make it sound almost like they just were waiting for that pretext to go to war.
We must stop Gustadolph.
It all makes sense now. O Holy One, have you heard? Pray, tell me what you would have us do. It shall be done.
I want to pry
Move
those
forth.
doors open
Prince
so badly.
Roland, heed the words of the Holy One.
See who's behind that curtain?
The holy state of Zant stands with you. The Holy One would see you defeat Asfrost and restore peace to Norzeria. Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against Gustadolph. From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
No shit, so I became one of the Saintly Seven anyway. Look at that.
Me? A saint?
Hey, just don't make me follow your
We are
religion and we're
brethren
good.
now. We ride to war together.
All right, let's see if we can stop this slavery now that we're one of the saints. Huh? Maybe? Maybe?
Well, would you look at that? We secured Zant's support, and you even got yourself named one of the Saintly Seven.
We also received a signed document stating the Roselle in Wolford are left in our care.
Goddamn right.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf. My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all. And for that I must apologize.
Roland has been talking so much crap on himself lately. He's really down on himself.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown.
We're finally
I've
finding
decided that I
ourselves
must
in a good
press
position.
forward, even if it means crawling forth on my hands and knees. I ask for your support as always. I know I will need it.
And you shall have it. I'm with you every step of the way, my lord.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
No. My apologies for worrying you.
Now, to battle! We take back Glenbrook with our own hands!
Okay. Got ourselves a side story here. The Saintly Seven discuss their earlier council and the possibilities on the horizon. Including me? If I'm not there, then it's not really a council of the Saintly Seven, just pointing that out.
Did you know about this salt crystal exam?
No. Neither did I know of Prince Roland's survival. I thought he had perished.
Likewise. What did you make of the Holy One's decree?
Zant is a grand nation, but unfortunately not one blessed with a bountiful harvest of anything other than salt. Were we not able to trade, there is no doubt our nation would wither to naught. We've relied solely on salt for much too long, and that reality was made painfully clear to us.
Harsh words, but true nonetheless. Do you think we can triumph over Esfrost?
Mark my words, Minister Camsell. There is no fight Exham Marshal cannot win.
Okay, so they didn't know. What about you, Lila? Here's that dancer
The
again.
Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Aelfric to House Wolfort.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Aelfric. Is that a person? Sounds like a name.
Perhaps the hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Esfrosti's ship or two.
Oh, okay. So it's some kind of weapon.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
Nope, no X for her.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How ironic.
There's like a weird importance to this bewitching dancer. There's more to her. And I'm trying to figure out what. Like, what if she's actually the Holy One? Wouldn't that be weird?
How dare you!
Could be. Never seen her. Him or her. Whoever the Holy One is.
Have a wonderful day.
That's the benefit of never showing yourself, is that nobody would know.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
Dude, what if she's actually the Holy One, though? Not Edor's dog, but actually Edor's master. I feel like there's going to be a reveal there somewhere. And so having her introduced as Edor's dog makes her the biggest contender for that right now. Okay, let's jump into the encampment. We need to check out what's new here. From all of those failures, we actually should have lots of kudos. Okay, so we have 398. Because we can. Twofold turn. Grant an ally the chance to act twice on their next turn. That's fucking awesome. I want it.
Never stop learning.
Promoted indeed. Ooh, your final upgrade is available. Takes an Azure crystal. I can't say that word. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, recover HP when you kill an enemy. Oh, it's an ability. Usable in battle. I wonder what the range is for that. It's like a rally. I have to get it. I want this, yes. Now we're gonna have to get 10 of them in order to get that, but I want that. Okay, you still need an indestructible stone in order to get your next weapon upgrade. But I think and you need a spider silk, but I think everybody else has got at least their second weapon upgrade. That's part of our main group. Okay, so we need spider silk and we need an indestructible stone, and then everybody in our main group is gonna have their weapon rank too. I would love to buy a bunch of these, but man, I don't think we can do it. Alright, most likely there's a new thing here. The Chaos of Battle. Place a chaos with friend and foe fighting for their lives. Regroup your forces and fell the enemy within the time limit. Looks like your team gets spread out. Large HP recovery pellet, 4,000 gold, And yeah, okay, there's a time limit on it. I don't think we're gonna do that right now. Let's continue the story here. We'll probably end up doing that one soon. We're obviously at a level for it, because I think everybody's, yeah, mostly, I think we're averaging a 19 pretty close to. Okay, a missive arrives from Cycrus, alerting Gustadolph to dangers back home. Uh-oh, Cycrus, come on, bro. Come on, man. He's warning him of, Svarog.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Cycrus's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much.
Interesting.
Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
What's he building?
Death Snell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If we're to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Look at her being brave.
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft. Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzant's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Careful, she's gonna turn on you.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research.
In other words, they're gonna take it.
He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work complete.
I hope we get the chance to help him.
We shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders. There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force, and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to Hyzant my final demands.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalos, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need to ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
Okay, with them spreading out, we actually might be in a good place to surprise them here then. They don't think that we're a threat because they don't think that we have anything to do with any
Even
of
his own
this.
flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their purpose is served.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
I think Avlora's going to turn on him. In the Still of Night is completed.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolph sends Erica to Zant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Zant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Okay, straight into 13. Wow. Okay. No fight in chapter 12.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolfort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
Okay, where are we at then? Okay, I guess we're just at home. Makes sense.
You wish to lend us Zant's new weapon?
Yes. It was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Aelfric. The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
They're bombs.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes him unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I'm certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely.
Did we just get a name for her?
I am Milo.
Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, Milo. How are you doing, girl? Milo Uel, envoy to the Saintly Seven, a dancer who appears almost out of thin air to do the Saintly Seven's bidding. She serves as their spy and can easily hold her own in a fight. No shit. Is she a playable character? Okay.
A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion. I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
So it might be only temporary.
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Aelfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camcells will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa?
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
Now we're cooking with fire. Okay. We are turning this around. It was not too long ago that we were in bad shape. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, side story. Central Esfrost. Sickris reports a theft in the archives to Gustadolph. Interesting. Wonder what that's about.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sickris.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Yes.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
It must be of some significance, if she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses.
Presumptuous.
It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Aye, Your Grace.
Crap, I don't know if we're going to be able to stop him from getting his hands on this deaths now. We're going to be so preoccupied with getting Whiteholm back that we're going to miss that completely. Yeah, what's going on here? We killed their lord. Silvio is dead. So what's happening in the Telior streets? Under secret orders, Hewitt scouts the Telior domain with Flugi. She's pretty close to here. I wonder if maybe Anna came up here to do that. To steal that book. It's the only thing that could make sense for me. I can't, like... Maybe Rudolph? I don't know. Since he has connections to Esfrost, maybe Rudolph, but most likely Anna or Hewitt went in there to steal that, but who knows.
Benedict asked me to scout out Telior and where the Esfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
That'll have to come into play somehow. I'm intrigued. A missive arrives at Whiteholm Castle informing Thalos and the others of the outcome of Erica's negotiations with Hyzan.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzant refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game.
Stab him in the back. Do it,
Their
Cordelia.
newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, Right,
So
Cordelia?
they still haven't heard that Roland is alive?
Enough, Valis. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Dude, I think her loyalties are shifting towards Cordelia. I think when it comes down to it, if somebody threatens Cordelia, I think she might turn on them. This is awesome. I fucking love this. Let's go.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora. I will answer the Prime Minister.
She's not as weak as she seems.
As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
God, I fucking love this. It's so good.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone.
You know what? Cordelia is smarter than she looks. Like, that comment wasn't just off the cuff. She is testing Avlora right now. Like, I get the feeling that, like, Cordelia is like... She knows what she's doing. She's like, you with me? Come on, tell me you're with me.
I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustadolph have his way.
She's straight out with it.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading.
No kidding.
Their kind knows no loyalty.
That's the truth.
Indeed. But Gustadolph has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics.
It's just a smart
I
move.
must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Big respect for Cordelia.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Big respect for this girl.
Not alone. But with you, General Avlora, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
As an Esfrosty general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you have told me.
Cool, Avlora. She will be.
Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust,
It's a risk she had to take.
I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General Avlora,
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both High Zant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this. For my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled.
All right, loyalties have shifted.
I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
That's fucking awesome.
Thank you, General Avlora.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Because I always wanted Avlora to like shift sides. And just seeing it happen, oh, it's good shit. That's good shit. All right. All right, so let's get in here and do this. The party decides how to use the new weapon gifted to them by High Zant. Let's go ahead and do a save real quick.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
Oh, okay. That's an option.
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city.
It's a lot of damage.
Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
This is why Hewitt was sent there to spy, to see what the reinforcements were like there, because that's what we would be blowing up.
Hewitt scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands.
Like, it may win us the initial fight, but then we actually have to hold the castle ourselves afterwards, and we've already, like, flooded the place. Like, that could be problematic for us when they come back. I don't know about that.
Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict, then?
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it, no matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water, and to use it otherwise is inexcusable. Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers.
That's probably the harder option, but I think it's
there
the
are
one we need
ways
to
to
take.
slip into the castle unseen.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Esfrost's warship.
I like this one better.
It would close off their escape route.
I do. I like that one a lot better.
Our first priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
He's got a point. But how would we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens.
Huh.
If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations.
There's an inherent risk to it, but
I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
the other option is doing a shit ton of damage. Long term.
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town? Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships, and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy?
Wow, so there's 3 options.
Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
3 options, wild. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, unexpected. We now have 3 paths before us, each with its own merits and shortcomings. Which one will lead House Wolfort to victory? I wish I knew. We're just gonna have to make a choice from the heart. We're not flooding the town, though. Okay. So, now here's the thing. So for the one, for yours, okay, no, they all do use the bombs. One of them destroys the boat, one of them destroys the bridge, and the other one destroys the dam. Gotcha. Okay, so the bomb is being used for all of them. Okay. Did we have anything new in our War Chronicle that we haven't read? Let's check that real quick. No, we've read everything. Good. Damn. Those are hard choices. We know which one we're not gonna do. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to do before we end this episode? In the next episode, we're gonna try and figure this out. Try and convince people, talk to people in town, whatnot. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. So, yeah, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Louis D, Ivan K, Len, HLLJ, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.